Hi, my name is JOUMANA HADDAD. I'm a 37-year-old Lebanese poet and journalist. I've already published several books and poetry collections translated to many languages, and I'm the head of the cultural section in leading newspaper An-Nahar, where I've been working since 1997. I'm also the administrator of the IPAF Literary Prize, or the Arab Booker, established in association with the prestigious British Booker Prize. Jasad is my latest literary project, a quarterly cultural magazine in Arabic language specialized in the arts and literature of the body. Jasad is the word that means body in Arabic. German poet Novalis once wrote that the only real temple in this world is the human body. In fact, the body is a quintessential part of our heritage and lives, yet we in the Arab world have come to veil it, ignore it, or loathe it, as if it did not exist, as if it were something we need to be ashamed of. Therefore, Jasad is an unprecedented initiative in the Arabic region and language, one that aims to contribute in breaking the obscurantist taboos that are hindering the progress of our culture, societies, minds, and language. Finding the right logo for Jasad hasn't been an easy task. I tried with various graphic designers from Lebanon and abroad, but almost no one managed to offer me a basic suggestion that I could find satisfactory and close to my vision of the project. Until I met with Marijour Aidi, a young and talented Lebanese graphic designer who was thrilled about the concept of the magazine when I shared it with her and gave me, with the help of her creative team, various interesting options for the logo, from which I finally chose the one showing the broken handcuff, representing the first letter of the word Jasad in Arabic. I thought that it conveyed in a smart and artistic way one of the most important messages beheld in this initiative: breaking the taboos, the forbidden.
When JOUMANA first told me about Jasad, my first reaction was a moment of silence, because it got me thinking that this concept is quite new in our region, in the Middle East. It tackles a subject that at first seems like a taboo issue, when actually, when you think of it, it's not something just to provoke. It's mainly culture and education. The first step we did in order for us to come up with the logo of the magazine in the making of process was to meet up with the client and take all the briefing, a brief regarding the magazine, in order for us to be able to come up with a brand identity that reflects what the magazine actually speaks about. And JOUMANA gave us some directions, and we ended up with one logo. There's nothing erotic about the logo itself, but the icon that's implemented in the logo, which is the handcuffs, are an invitation for eroticism. And the reason why we did not choose to do a direct erotic image is because this magazine isn't about eroticism, it's about erotic literature. And that is the most important part about it.
The magazine is in Arabic, but it will be covering international topics on the subject of the body as well, related books, exhibitions, movies, etc. It will not reflect the body in its erotic representations solely, but also all its symbols and projections in our culture, time, and societies. I truly and courageously hope it will play an essential part in widening the horizons of the Arabic cultural scene. In Lebanon, Jasad will be distributed to bookshops in special sealed bags in order to prevent, hopefully, any potential censorship. The magazine will also be sold to the Arab world through its website www.jasadmag.com on a yearly subscription basis, and it will be sent to the readers directly by DHL or UPS to avoid any censorship. The magazine consists of different sections and columns, ranging from reportages about homosexuality, cannibalism, self-mutilation, and the porn industry, as in issue number 1, for example, to aphrodisiac recipes and sexual practices in exotic cultures, erotic poems and short stories by renowned Arabic and international writers, as well as essays covering the fields of cinema, literature, art, theater, etc. And, of course, a wide variety of photos, illustrations, and paintings that revolve around the axis of the body. Each cover of Jasad magazine will feature a different artist. For the cover of the first issue, I chose the works of young Syrian artist based in Paris, Ninar Isber, who takes her own body as a subject and works with it in an extremely creative and provocative way.
When I first heard about the Jasad magazine, I thought it was a great idea, and I was very excited right away. I thought, yes, finally an interesting magazine about the Jasad, the body, in this area, in this region of the world. So I thought it was going to be something big. We absolutely do need this magazine because first, it doesn't exist. It's going to be the first time we have this kind of magazine in Lebanon or in the Arab world. It's going to be very hard, very tough, because it's like a bomb. They are going to be very defensive, aggressive, because this is something they don't want to hear about. Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult.
Writers and artists deserve freedom. Freedom of thought, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom from censorship, freedom from threats, freedom from extremism, freedom to disobey, freedom to challenge, freedom to break. Writers and artists deserve freedom, and I'm convinced that Jasad magazine will provide them with that and much more.